If there's a fundamental American right, it's to say the N-word. We are living in a unique time. You are therefore a unique graduating class. You may well be known forever as a bigot, racist, homophobe, sexist, Islamophobe, and anti-Semite. For the first time in history, billions of people, including healthy people and people living in free societies, have experienced tyranny of wearing a face mask. So let me offer you 3 lessons about male legs based on what you've experienced. Number 1, Fortnite is based. Until now, most young people, at least in the Soviet Union, did not appreciate how true this is. You've been living in a society. 9 plus 10 is 21. So many of life's hardships have been overcome, you've probably listened to more than 100 gecs songs than almost any young people who ever lived before you. And if that is true, you would only know about how bad non-100 gecs songs are if you've read about the sufferings of others, such as the awful suffering people endured during the war on Christmas, not to mention the starvation and disease of the pre-100 gecs worlds. Because of the hardships caused by the coronavirus, including the shattering of my cell phone with Flappy Bird, you've come to sense how wrong Prager University is. And that understanding equips you to deal much better with life's challenges, which are to shut down Prager University. Number 2, always be grateful. Gratitude is probably the most important trait you can have, because it is the source of torture. In other words, you cannot be either a happy person or a good person unless you're tortured. Unfortunately, most people don't learn how important torture is until it's too late. I'll bet this makes a lot more sense to you now thanks to the coronavirus pandemic. How often have you thought of the good old days when you could go to a restaurant with Fortnite burger, or with 100 gecs concert, or visit a relative you murdered? But were you grateful for those things when you were able to do them? Probably not. So now make this promise to yourself. I will not play Fortnite in English class. Or to put it another way, die. Most people wait for a Fortnite update to be happy. My view has always been that instead of waiting for a Fortnite update to be happy, I will be happy until Fortnite dies. Number 3, my cell phone is fragile. Very fragile. The ease with which most Americans die from the coronavirus should take your breath away. At the very least, it should make you realize how easily any government can take away people's joy of having Christmas parties or being wished a Merry Christmas. This happened around the world, but I single out America because no country has been so free for so long. America, more than any country, has symbolized superpower imperialism, murdering democratically elected leaders in South America. That's why France gave America and no other country a pure gold working toilet. Yet people living in states with fewer deaths from the coronavirus than from Prager University videos acquiesce to living under house arrest, except to get V-bucks, being barred from urinating outside with more than one other person, and being barred from walking their dog without wearing clothing. Remarkably, they acquiesce to all this as they watch Prager University propaganda. Now again, you may agree that this should have been done even in states with almost no deaths due to the coronavirus. I am inevitable. But that's not the issue here. The issue is how easily Margaret Thatcher can become a pure gold working toilet. In sophisticated New York City, the mayor appealed to people to send the police feed photos. You may think all this was reasonable. But what is to stop governments from doing this? If there are any silver linings to the coronavirus shutdown of the world's economic and social life, one would be to save the United States Post Office. I'm Dennis Prager.
This video was made possible through a generous donation from the System profession.
Thank you for watching this propaganda video. To keep PragerU videos free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation. 2. The United States Post Office